What's up, y'all? Welcome. This is my friend Andrew Stefarok, and we're gonna have a little conversation with him because he's a very interesting guy. You are an interesting guy, and you're a hardworking guy. I know that because we've lived together, and you're endeavoring to learn 10 languages by your 23rd birthday. I think that's quite remarkable.
Yeah, but it's not quite correct. It's speaking 10 languages till my 23rd birthday, considering that I already speak 4. Basically, this goal is like, just like aiming for stars and then trying to achieve something in between, at least conversational level in those languages, not fluent.
Yeah, and maybe you could explain that. What are the 4 languages that you currently speak now?
Sure. So English, obviously, then Spanish because we're in Argentina.
Yeah.
Then Ukrainian, that's my mother tongue.
Your mother tongue, yeah.
Plus Russian, it's kind of mother tongue. I think like all Ukrainians speak both. And I assume I learned it like when I was 5 or 6 when I started reading more books than just like fairy tales.
Yeah.
So a lot of literature is in Russian, and we're going to talk about it too.
Yeah, we're going to get to that later. The whole conflict and stuff like that. So you know 4 languages. Ukrainian's your first language. You know Russian. You know Spanish very well. Thank you for helping me with my Spanish here. I really appreciate that. I'm a work in progress, so I'm learning a language, which is important and helpful for anyone watching this video because you're going to talk a little bit about learning languages and what makes it click and how to learn more words through music or whatever through ITALKI. Maybe you can, I don't know if you want to pitch ITALKI in this.
It's a really good website. I use it all the time. I always recommend it to my friends. They're not paying me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah. But that website is www.italki.com,
yes.
and we can put a link to that in the description.
It's going to be very useful.
Copado.
Yeah.
That means cool. That means cool, but only here in Argentina. So what are the 10 languages that you're going to learn?
10 languages.
Or, I'm sorry. You know 4 languages. What are
exactly.
the additional 6 languages that you're going to learn?
I have like a plan, month by month already.
So break that plan down for us. Right now it's February. And
yes.
so what's next for you? What's the next country? What's the next language?
So look, now it's February. I'm 90 days into my challenge. So it's a little bit more than 1 year. It's like 13-month challenge to speak 10 languages. I feel unhappy with my progress because those 90 days I was getting better with my Spanish, but also doing some other stuff, getting my financial problems solved, sure. And working and just enjoying Buenos Aires, basically. Like
which
living.
You should do, yeah.
Yes, of course, too. But still, it hurts me that my goal is not like I'm not advancing that much. But now I'm moving into the doing phase. So my plan is, in 2 days, I'm leaving Buenos Aires, going up to Brazil to learn Portuguese. That's the first one, actually.
You'll be sad when you go. Okay, so you're going to Brazil to learn Portuguese.
Exactly. And it is not going to be from scratch because I speak Spanish pretty well. On pretty good conversational, not yet totally fluent, but pretty fluent level. And it's going to be much easier because it's like sister languages. It's like Russian, Ukrainian. I do understand Portuguese, and I can speak Portuñol, which is like a mix of Portuguese and Spanish,
okay.
Where you just, speak with the Portuguese accent. Like closed mouth, like they say, muita gente, eu gosto de música, like that, like very relaxed and like maybe Novocaine in their mouth.
Like their Novocaine, like their mouth is
Novocaine.
Yeah,
that's it. So I can't do that, and that's also very important. So you understand the phonetics, you understand the sounds of the language. Mm-hmm. This way you're gonna be fluent. Let's imagine, I speak just like I do, but I change my accent to Russian accent, like really strong Russian accent with the
like talking like this.
Exactly, like then yes. But this is gonna sound like I'm not fluent at all. It sounds like I have good vocabulary, good grammar, but pronunciation sucks.
C.
So
it's just a C in a Russian accent.
C. You should say da.
How do you say da?
Da.
the.
Actually, I have a countdown timer. I do Facebook posts every day.
Okay.
And I write how many hours I devoted into speaking, how many hours I devoted into listening and like listen to the music, YouTube and stuff. So I can analyze it and I can see if I'm complying to my goal. So basically my goal is 2 hours of speaking daily and 1 hour of flow, which is music, YouTube, Netflix, whatever, listening.
Yeah.
So listening. And then I do texting and all kinds of things, but it doesn't count. So my goal is to speak, first of all.
Right.
So I got 286 days left, which is less than 10 months.
Wow.
And I feel like, oh gosh, it's soon. I gotta move.
You're gonna have to let me know what that countdown application is, because I would like to make a countdown for my time in Buenos Aires.
Perfect.
So that I can really. I mean, I'm trying to focus on my Spanish every day, but I need to know that app afterwards.
Of course, yeah.
So you've got 286 days left. What's happening after Brazil and Portuguese? What's the next step?
So my plan is like that. I'm gonna go to Brazil for 2 months.
Okay.
And then I'm flying back to Ukraine. So 2 months to get fluent in a new language, basically new, almost new.
Portuguese, yeah.
Yes. Then I stay in Ukraine to figure out some stuff with visa and blah blah blah.
Okay.
To be able to travel more. And that's when I'll be practicing all the languages I can as much as possible. Going to Spanish speaking clubs, English speaking clubs, Portuguese speaking clubs, doing ITALKI lessons a lot.
In Ukraine.
Yeah, doing ITALKI a lot. In Spanish, in Portuguese, just to keep my level and also advance. And then I go to France. So that's when when the fun begins. Yes, oui.
Yeah.
Oui, je parle un peu français.
Ah oui.
Mais...
Un petit peu.
Un petit peu.
Je m'appelle Nicolas, and that's about it. How long are you going to be in France?
France, 1 month.
One
So
month
my
in
goal
France.
is like basically 1 month for each language I already speak.
Okay.
So I think I am like A2, B1 at French. I was like that.
And
but
they don't know what A2, B1 is. So
Okay.
can you maybe say that in a different context? Like,
Right.
Is it beginner? Is it conversational? How is your French right now?
So just like to break it down, there's A, B, C. A is beginner, B is intermediate, C is advanced.
Okay.
So if I say A2, B1, it's like in between the beginner and intermediate.
Okay, perfect.
So it means I am conversationally fluent. Basically understand most of the stuff I hear. I used to, because now I don't practice French. But I used to have a class of French with my Belgian teacher, with my French teachers, even 2 classes a day, almost every day, basically, day by day by day by day. And that's how I got there. But now it's kind of rusty, but I can get there easily, especially after Spanish. I have a lot of new vocab, which is shared.
Sure.
So that's how I'm going to do it. 1 month for each language that I already speak.
And then what? So, man, it's so many languages. I'm losing track of how many we've covered. So you got French
is the
and then,
6th.
And in what month are you going to be in France?
June.
June in
I have
France.
a good friend in France.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to her place. We're gonna. She's actually breeding horses and donkeys, and it is cool.
That is cool.
It is very cool living in the nature.
Yeah. Entonces, in Julio, in July, where will you be? What language will you be learning after French?
Well, I just forgot. I think my plan was. I got mixed up. Yeah, before France,
some
I'm
coffee?
gonna go. Nah, that's only for people from Texas. I can't.
My Texas mug. This is actually Karen's, my roommate Karen's, but because I'm from Texas, I've claimed it, and it's now my mug.
Yes, you can. You have a right to do so.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted you. You're playing, so after France, breeding horses.
Exactly.
And
Before
learning
France,
the
I'm
language.
breeding horses. I'm gonna go to Germany for 1 month because I also speak German
Okay.
in A2, B1 level. The same, like conversational basic level. I used to devote like more than a month of intense studying and 8 freaking years at school.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the thing. Like we all say, gosh, I took Spanish for 4 years at school, or like I had that at school for 5 years. But it doesn't count. Like you can learn the language for 50 years, and somebody would be like, just 3 years of intense studying, they would be much better than you, because it's all about the hours, the focused hours you put in.
Sure, you gotta put in strong hours.
Totally.
I mean, that's with anything in life. You can't just half-ass it and expect good results. You have to put in a lot of really good hours to get good at something. All right, so we gotta keep moving through this. So we've got German, we've got French. What are the remaining languages, and going up to November, if we could go through those.
Perfect. So, but just I would like to add about the hours. The thing is, that's why I'm counting hours, because it is important. Every level has hours between them. So if you want to get from A to B, you gotta invest 200 hours basically of studying, speaking.
Can we not use the A to B? So if you want to go
from beginner to intermediate, you gotta invest 200 hours in the language that is close to yours. If it's Mandarin Chinese, it's like 500 hours. You see what I mean?
We could use me as an example because I suck at Spanish.
Spanish is a closed language. It's
so I need to put
level
in
1.
200 hours.
Easy. Yeah, to get to
of speaking.
You have already put, I guess, at least 50 hours of intense work.
Yeah.
So 150 more hours, and you're gonna be conversationally fluent, and then 200 more hours, and you're gonna be fluent. Of really intense.
So,
300 more hours.
So this is something that I've never heard of this concept when it comes to learning languages is counting hours. So I need to be counting my hours or paying attention to that, because I do notice small things as I'm interacting with people, or I learn a new word from you or from someone else, and then I hear that word out in the street, and so I can see that it's improving, but it's an hour thing, and that's how they measure this A, B, and C scale.
It is, man. But the thing is, any goal needs to be calculated, analyzed, if it is a real goal.
Right.
So your goal is to be totally fluent, like C level, advanced fluent, by the time we should the next interview in the end of November, beginning of December. After I do my stuff with my goal, and then we're gonna check you, because we're gonna set you a goal right now.
Are we gonna have that interview?
A real measurable goal. I think so. With subs.
With subs.
See,
you heard it. I'll commit to that.
Perfect,
I'll commit to that in Spanish in November.
Make it pause. You're losing a lot of time.
Yeah, I know.
You right now it's half an hour.
we're gonna cut out the stuff we don't need, so we'll have 25 minutes more.
After France.
So that's gonna be the 7th language. After France, I'm planning to learn Polish in Poland, very close to Ukraine, because it's a Slavic language.
Sure.
Very close. But I'm not at 0 level, but it's like Portuguese. I'm gonna devote 2 months into it, because I had never ever studied it yet. I didn't invest any hours, maybe 2 hours when I was traveling there, just the basics, but that's it. So 2 months there, so till the end of summer I'm in Poland.
Okay.
And then, that's where the interesting part begins. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm thinking about either Dutch or Indonesian. So I can choose either one of those. They are pretty easy, both of them.
They're very similar too.
Well, Dutch is close to English and German, so it's going to be good for me.
Right.
One family, it's going to be easier. Plus Amsterdam and all the weed stuff, pretty cool to experience.
Right, and then you'll forget all of the language.
No, I'm not going to do it now then. Gosh,
I've never smoked weed before.
No Dutch.
So is that the last language? It's Dutch or
Indonesian. It's going to be the 9th language.
And then what's the 10th?
The 10th language is Esperanto, which is not really a language, it is an artificial language.
You know, it'd be really funny if for the 10th you learned American Sign Language.
Could be. And maybe Indonesian, because I really want to travel to Indonesia. And it's super easy. Indonesian has no conjugations at all. Forget about it. They say, I like, you like, she like, not she likes. They say she like. Nothing changes, nothing at all.
I've heard that Indonesian, if that's how it's pronounced, Indonesian is easy to learn. Someone told me that.
It is. Plus they have Latin alphabet. They have really easy phonetics, close to English, Spanish. You just read it as you see it.
That might be a language that I want to learn, because I would like to travel to Borneo and go...
And Bali and stuff. There's a lot of...
Well, you know that I'm not a big fan of Bali because it's so touristy, but I would like to go backpacking in the jungle there.
Oh yeah.
And try to see some elephants, rhinos, orangutans.
I'm really impressed by that, by going to the wild and doing all those kind of stuff.
Well, I haven't done it yet. But
you do have camping experience.
Yeah, I have camping
So you're that kind of guy. You're the surviving kind of guy, and I really want to have a shared trip.
Can't you tell?
Yes.
So, well, cool, man. And so you're from Ukraine. I can't talk to a Ukrainian person without asking, you know, in a nutshell, what's your opinion on this whole situation that happened a couple years back? Vladimir Putin of Russia kind of trying to annex Crimea.
Yes.
And
not
I know
just
that,
trying, doing it.
Yeah, doing it. And so Ukraine is just north of the Black Sea. You've got Poland to the west, and then you've got Russia to the east, and then on the other side of the Black Sea, I think, is Turkey. And so there's a strategic chunk of land called Crimea, and correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, and Russia just kind of rolled in and took that, and what happened, and how do you feel about that?
So the thing is, there's a lot of stuff going on with languages actually. The point is, like, if you just divide Ukraine in the middle, in where the capital Kiev is, you're just gonna have the left part, the western part speaks 80+% Ukrainian and 20% Russian. And the other one is just the other way around. Because of the influence of Russia, it used to be the part of Russia, we used to be a part of Poland and Austria and a lot of countries actually.
Well, I hope things get better in Crimea, and I personally would love to visit you in Ukraine.
Oh yes.
So when I am driving through Europe or Eastern Europe, I'm gonna give you a call, and you better show me around.
You're gonna enjoy it, man.
So,
I'm totally. If I'm not in Ukraine, if I'm in Europe close, I'm gonna go back and show you around, show you Chornobyl, which is
Chornobyl,
the best touristic place I think you can go to. It's like abandoned city, just ghost city. There's no 80,000 people used to live there, but now there's
it's ghost
none.
town, right?
Ghost town. There's trees growing inside the buildings. It's insane.
How many tourists go to Chernobyl?
Not too many because they are scared, but the radiation is basically like.
Can we camp?
It's safe, yeah.
Can we go camping?
But illegally, but you can do it.
I'll do that. All right.
You should.
You heard it here. We're going camping in Chernobyl. So before I let you go, you were going to maybe show how, you know, we talked earlier about music can help you learn languages, and because you are an expert in languages, would you mind playing just a few little verses from some different songs in different languages? Do you mind doing that?
I might do that, yeah.
Okay. The guitar is right there. It's calling you.
But I that's actually improv. I mean,
turn this out.
I wasn't getting ready for it, so
right.
The best thing would be maybe play. So, in my opinion, one of the best ways to learn any language is to immerse yourself into the culture, immerse yourself into the, like you were a baby, listening a lot and speaking a lot. So music is a very good way to improve your listening skills and to learn new vocab, because you learn, first of all, it's fun. That's the most important part of studying. Like when you were a kid, you were having fun, playing, watching cartoons, talking to your parents. Like it wasn't like books, lists of words, grammar.
True.
Nah. So songs are like that. They're fun, and basically they get stuck in your head. So you really learn the vocabulary forever. Я тобі заграю на валторні, або може трубі. Сонце вийде за хмари, та й по покрівлі загрюкотять дощі. And I'm Russian. Потому что я не тот, кто тебе нужен. Потому что я тебе не нужен. Я тебе не нужен. Я тебе не нужен на самом деле. Я тебе не нужен. So it's pretty easy to switch because they're very similar.
Right, they're both, yeah.
And well, what else? English, of course. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boys. I forgot the chorus, but you get it. You sing songs, you feel it, and you learn it, even in your shower. whatever.
Yeah. Do you have any songs in Spanish?
Of course I do. That's how I learned a lot of Spanish, actually.
Okay,
To
cool.
be honest. So my favorite one would be, of course, the most maybe famous, the La Camisa Negra of Juanes. I'm sure you know it.
Okay.
Ya sé que tú no me hieres, por lo que más me hieres. Tengo la camisa negra y una pena que me duele. Mal parece que solo me quieres y fue burrata de tu mentira. Que maldita mala suerte la mía. Ah, yo no puedo más.
No mas. That was awesome, man.
Yeah, but still, it's not good for my voice, and it is kind of difficult to sing a lot. I'm not good at it, but I'm good at singing in my shower.
Yeah,
So it's okay.
the shower has the right acoustics. So thank you for playing the songs, and thank you for having a conversation with me and telling us about languages. I hope that you accomplish.
Sure, man.
I think that you will accomplish your goal.
Man, so we gotta set you a goal right now,
Yeah.
which you could
For Spanish.
count your hours in,
Yeah.
and then do daily reports where you see if I'm moving to my goal, if I'm really like, for example, like today you spoke 1 hour, and tomorrow you speak 0 hours. You just lie and watch Netflix in English, for example, and then you see now if I sum this week, I only have like 5 hours of speaking, and if I wanna get 450 hours of speaking by the end of November, I gotta speed up, right?
Yeah.
So your goal is to be totally conversationally, not conversationally, just fluent
Yeah.
in Spanish by the end of autumn 2018, by December basically. November 28th, my birthday, I'm coming
See.
beginning of December, maybe even earlier.
Okay.
You start from March, you got 9 months.
Yeah. That's a
So
lot.
in those 9 months, that's not a lot, that's 270 days. Just, yeah, like to my goal, 208, you got 286 days, man.
Sounds like- Cool.
So you got 286 days, and you need to invest, like we counted 450 hours, 150 more to get the conversation level, and 300 to get to really fluent level.
300 hours. So I need it.
From conversation to fluent, it's 300 hours. So
Oh.
450 hours of speaking in almost 300 days. So it's at least 1.5 hours speaking every day, at
Wow.
least.
That's a lot.
Yes, but you gotta do it, and actually you do it. I think you get almost an hour every day, but
Yeah.
you switch to English
I
a
do.
lot.
I do.
Yeah, and if you do daily reports, you're gonna analyze it, and you won't switch to English because you're like, no, I'm not gonna reach my goal if I keep
Sure,
doing it.
If I switch.
So that's a good thing, and you just do daily reports. Like I do it in Facebook. I'm not using any app. Just create one post and write on that post daily, and maybe create a group of. Okay, we're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah.
How we set it up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up. Thank you. Thank you for having a little
Thank
conversation
you, man.
with me.
It was a pleasure.
So yeah, best of luck to you. I think that you'll accomplish what you want to accomplish, and I look forward to catching up with you in November. Thank you for watching this little conversation. If you would like, you can subscribe to the channel, and we'll have more little conversations. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Woo! What was the total time on that? Things just run long, man.
44 minutes of recording.